The fear of being seen is costing you everything. You know that feeling. Your finger is hovering over post and your video is recorded, the caption is already written, your finger is literally sitting on the button, and then your stomach drops. What will they think of me? Not strangers, but the people closest to you. Your friends, your family, the group chat, the people from high school who might see it, or the relative who always has something to say or to gossip about. So what do? You click on Save Draft and you close the app. I'll post it later, you tell yourself. Or I need to touch up the lighting, so let me just reread the caption one more time. But then what happens later comes and you don't post it. But here's the part that nobody talks about. It's not just fear in that moment. It's really what happens after. It's when you're lying in bed knowing that you chickened out again. And it's that heavy feeling, that sinking feeling of letting yourself down, letting your business down, and letting your family down. The one who's counting on this working. The version of you that started this business to change your life. Sitting there, unposted, unseen, on a phone in a dark room. And day after day, you'll find that feeling compounds. And it's not a content problem or a strategy problem or even a confidence problem in the way that you think it is. It's the fear of being seen. And it's quietly running your business and the way that you feel about yourself into the ground. So today I want to talk about this fear. We're going to talk about where it actually came from, how much it's really costing you, and exactly what it takes to finally put it away for good. What the fear of being seen actually looks like in a business. So let's call it what it is, ladies. It's not shyness. It's not, I'm just an introvert. It's not I'm more of a behind the scenes type of person. The fear of being seen shows up as the course that's been almost done for 8 months or more. I can definitely relate to this one. You've had a dream for so long to launch your course. You know you have so much to give and teach, and you've also wanted to launch a product that can give you residual recurring income, right? That you can sell over and over and over again. Yet that dream has always been out of your reach. You keep telling yourself, or your partner, you keep telling your partner that you're going to do it. But then months and years go by and it's still just sitting there on your hard drive. You already have the course outline. You've even recorded the videos. Yet you've dragged your feet when it comes to editing. Does that sound about right? What about when you pretend that you're doing business, but you're really procrastinating? You have the website ready, but you spend your time always tweaking it because it's just not good enough. You have a YouTube channel, but you either haven't posted at all, or you have posted, but because you didn't get many likes, you haven't posted since. Or how about all the excuses that you tell yourself as to why you haven't posted on social media to grow your business? Not enough time, you tell yourself. What about the prices that you charge being too low because you're afraid to charge what you're worth because you might get found out that you're a fraud? Or what about the piles and piles of videos that you've taken on your phone that just sits there untouched? Or the email list that you're too afraid to email? And the DMs that you don't respond to because it means that you're now in the conversation and you're not just watching it go by. Or all the excuses that you tell yourself about posting. I'll post when I lose weight, when my hair is done, after the website is launched, or when you get your 50th certification. All these endless excuses that keeps you and your business invisible. And here's the reality of it all. None of this is laziness. You know that you have the work ethic. None of this is a lack of ambition, because you have dreams as big as the stars, and you're not undisciplined either. You are not useless because you have the certifications, the qualifications, and the experience to prove it. You're just trying to protect yourself subconsciously. And your nervous system has decided that being seen is dangerous, and it is doing exactly what it's designed to do. And that's to keep you safe by keeping you small. But the problem is, safety and success cannot be achieved by hiding. Okay, so let's look at what this fear has actually taken from you. Let's talk numbers, ladies. And it's not to shame you, but really to wake you up. Because every month that you don't show up the way your business needs you to is a month of income that doesn't come in. That's the reality. And that's the rent or paying for your home. That's your kids' school fees. That's the vacation that you keep saying next year. That's the ability to leave a job or a relationship or situation that you've outgrown because you have your own money, and your own money is your own freedom. And not to mention time. Time is the one thing that you can't get back. And you can rebuild your income, but you cannot rebuild your time. And every year you spend hiding is a year that you're never gonna get back. The version of you 5 years from now with a thriving or visible business, she's waiting on the other side of the exposure that you keep avoiding today. And every day that you wait is a day that you're pushing her further away. And here's what really matters. It's not just about you. Somewhere out there is a person who needs exactly what you have, and they need your program, your product, your story, or your voice, but they can't find you, they can't hire you, and they can't be changed by you because you're hiding from them. Your invisibility isn't protecting you. It's costing someone else the help they need. And that is the real weight of this fear. It's not just shrinking your bank account, it's shrinking your impact on the world. Now, this fear didn't start when you launched your business. It started long before that, often in childhood and often in moments where you don't even consciously remember. Maybe you were a kid who got laughed at for speaking up in class, and something within you decided that it's safer to just stay quiet. Maybe you grew up in a home where being noticed meant being criticized, corrected, or compared to your siblings. So you learned that visibility equals judgment. Maybe you were told directly or indirectly to be smaller. You're too loud, or don't be too much, or who do you think you are? Don't show off. Or maybe a parent's own insecurity meant your light made them uncomfortable or jealous, and you learned to dim it to keep the peace. Maybe there was a moment, one moment, where you were seen and it went badly. You were embarrassed in front of a class, or you might have been a subject of gossip. Perhaps you shared something vulnerable and it was used against you. And then your brain, doing its job, filed it away as a belief that being seen is not safe, and it opens you up to criticism. These experiences, whether big or small, don't stay in the past, ladies. They don't just fade because you grew up. They get stored in the subconscious mind and the nervous system, and they keep running quietly, subconsciously, in the background of every decision that you make as an adult. And this is why it feels so illogical. You know logically that posting a video isn't dangerous, But your body doesn't know that. Your body reacts as if it is dangerous and it's trying to protect you. And that's why you can know what you need to do and still not do it, because you're not fighting a logic problem. You're fighting an old, outdated protection system or program that's deeply embedded within your subconscious mind. And because it's subconscious, it doesn't just affect your business, it also affects who you let close to you, what you tolerate, how you show up in your relationships, how much space you let yourself take up. It's been there, making important decisions for you. It tells you that this is just who you are, but it isn't you. It's a pattern, and patterns can be changed and reprogrammed. We hear this advice all the time. Just be more confident. Just post the video. Fake it until you make it. Now, this advice may have worked for a short period of time, but that deep programming will eventually overpower this. You may be able to push through for a week or 2 weeks or maybe even a month, but then you're going to find yourself hiding again. I can almost guarantee it. And that's not you failing. That's because you're trying to fight a deeply ingrained program within your subconscious. And the subconscious is extremely powerful. You know, it controls 90% of how you think, you feel, and how you act. So when you're trying to break through it with force, it can only go so far before the programming kicks in and it takes over your whole nervous system. So you don't need more discipline, you don't need a better content calendar, you don't need another certification. You need to actually go to the root and change your relationship with being seen at the level where the fear was created. Here's the truth that's going to set you free. This fear was learned, which means it can be unlearned. But the first steps to moving forward is this. Number 1, you got to name it without shame. The moment you can say, I have a fear of being seen, and it likely came from my childhood, you take your power back from something that has been running silently. What's named can be worked with. What stays unnamed keeps running the show. Step number 2, separate the old story from the current moment. Now, that younger version of you that got hurt for being visible was a child. She didn't have anyone to empower her or protect her. She didn't know any better. And you are not her anymore. You have the knowledge, a newer perspective, and the power that she didn't have at the time. And part of healing this is teaching your nervous system gently and repeatedly that who you are today is not who you were back then. Step number 3, practice being seen in small doses. Now, you don't need to heal this by throwing yourself into a huge viral launch. You heal it by little steps and little doses at a time, and find ways to make it easier for yourself. So, for example, when I was just starting out on my YouTube journey, I felt the same way. I knew what I had to do to grow my business, but I was dragging my feet when it came to launching my channel. So I looked at all the things that I hated and I was afraid of, and all the things that I was bad at. And I found solutions that would help me on my way. I was afraid that if I was left to just free flow my dialogue in videos, it will be an absolute mess. So I learned to script my videos to help me organize my thoughts. That made it easier for me. The way you rebuild strength in anything or overcome fear is to just take small, consistent steps that prove to yourself and your body that I was seen and I was safe. And every step or rep rewires the old pattern a little more. I guarantee you that when you do this over and over, each little step does get easier and you'll only get better. And the fear disappears too. Step number 4, getting support instead of doing it alone. Although this programming was formed from your experience, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to know exactly what the root cause is or where it originated from. Now, often it may have been an experience that you no longer remember, or it may have been a whole bunch of experiences that kind of contributed to this fear of being seen. The one thing to understand though is that your subconscious mind knows what knots you need to untie, which ones keep you stuck. And you don't need to consciously know this either. You can get help accessing your subconscious through a hypnotherapist. So if you need any help accessing your subconscious mind and reprogramming the limiting beliefs that bind you, you can book a free one-on-one breakthrough call with me and let's work through it together. Step number 5, deciding your impact matters more. Now this is where, ladies, decide to lead your life in service of others, and remember that the people you're meant to help are worth the discomfort of being seen. Your family's stability is worth it. Your own freedom is worth it. So when you really remember and reach down and ask yourself why you're doing the business in the first place and get down to the core, this will be your driving force and fire to propel you forward in your business, past all of the fears and the challenges that you face. So remember, ladies, that the foundation of a business is to have a product or service that the market needs. Then you need to make sure that people know about it and then offer and provide that service or product. So if you don't let anyone know, how are they even going to know about the awesome ways that you can help them? You did not build this business to keep it a secret. You built it because you have something that the world needs, and the world cannot receive it while you're hiding. The fear of being seen kept you safe once, but you are not that child anymore, and hiding is no longer protecting you. It's the very thing that's standing between you and the income, the impact, and the independence that you've been working so hard for. You don't have to heal all of it today. You just have to stop letting it make every decision for you. If this hit something in you, tell me in the comments the first steps that you're going to take to move the needle forward. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel. Until we meet again, ladies, live wild, live free, wild woman run free. I'll see you in my next video.